If there's one thing I know it to be true, your lust cannot be satisfied, your validation cannot be given from the outside. And when you figure that out as a man,
you take your whole life and you as a man to a whole nother level.
She say, do you love me? I tell her I only party. I only love my bed and my mom. I'm sorry. 50 dub, I even got it tatted on me. 81, I bring the crashes to the party. And you know me, turn the 02 into the 03, dog. With that 40 Ollie, that be know me. Imagine if I never met the broskies. God's plan. Still, there's a lot of bad things that they wish and 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 they wish. God's plan. Still, there's a lot of bad things that they wish and 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 they wish. Everybody say.
one of my favorite films of all time is Miami Vice, the movie by Michael Mann. In fact, Michael Mann's directing style and cinematography has been a huge influence on me. And so when I got an opportunity to come out to Miami to come visit one of my coaching clients, Joel, who is really a very compelling guy, I took it. But if you've seen Miami Vice, you would know that at the heart of this story is romance. It's really a forlorn love story. And it got me thinking about my own journey to living on my edge. And I want to talk about how the heartbreak in our life gives us the dark energy to live on our edge, and above all else, how you can ensure that you continue to be a rising stock. And I have my last message from her, which is just like, hey, the chemistry is there, sometimes it's not. I saved it. And then she had like a blog. So she in her blog, she has like what she's talking about from this other guy that she went on a ski trip with from a blog like 5 years before she met me. And the way she was talking about him was so different from the way she was talking about me. Then I got a therapist at the time because I was like trying to like get over it. And he was like, maybe it's just like two people are not compatible. Maybe it's not you, like, it's probably not you. She just like is a broken woman, honestly. And then I wrote down on this thing, like, look at the way she's talking about this dude. Look at the way she's talking about you. She's not broken. She knows exactly what she's doing. It's just that you are a fucking loser. And I even said this. I was like, you have 500,000 subscribers on YouTube, but you're not fucking shit. You're actually a fucking loser. And you'll never get this girl because you already fucked it up. But your only hope in life is to know maybe you can squeeze out to not being a complete loser if you go hard as fuck for the next 10 years. Really, we're just in love with the idea of a person, not usually the person themselves. And so if it really is poetry in motion that you're attracted to, you might as well just put that into your work. There is a propulsive energy that comes from heartbreak, and it gives you an opportunity to really reveal yourself at your edgiest, at your most daring. And I find that very, very compelling. I find that very convincing, and it's something that I relentlessly use to try to get to the next level. My fourth night here, I met up with Nathan, my good friend, and perhaps the most successful guy I know. He wanted to take on Miami in a proper way, and so one night we went to Little Havana and things got a little wild. You're either a rising stock or a falling stock. So do your best to ensure that you're a rising stock.
What do you want your viewers that are loyal to you? Like, what do you want them to learn?
I guess I'm trying to teach persistence.
Yeah.
And continued faith. I think above all else, faith in good tidings to come. It can seem like you're stuck in life. It can seem like sometimes you're stuck for years, but your fortunes can change. And even if your fortunes are good, they can become spectacular. And even if they're spectacular, this beautiful journey can continue to unfold. But especially for the people who feel stuck, you feel like you're behind in life, it's not working out. Let us keep the faith that we can like live great lives. And
I love that, dude.
That's what I hope to embody and share. My tagline on my channel is very, very cheesy.
Yeah, what's your tagline?
It's just greatness is coming.
Okay.
But it's because I would just mutter this thing to myself. Like, even if I don't, I had no reason to believe. I'm not particularly special, but I hope that I can do great things with my life. And I'm just going to keep trying and keep learning and doing my best every day. And I hope I can be proud of the story that is going to unfold. I like it like that. In life, it's very hard to be at homeostasis. In like a video game, it happens all the time where you leave your character, you get him to like level 60 fishing, and then you leave him, and then eventually you go back and the character's still at level 60. That's not how life works. In life, we're either progressing or regressing. We're never really staying the same. And one of the great joys of existence, one of the great benefits of being alive, is that you can continually work at becoming more and more of a rising stock. And so you should fully invest yourself in doing that. And this brings me to the last idea of this video. You must live on your edge. Here, what does it mean for you to live on your edge?
You know, it's just like, you just gotta live life boldly, man. Just make decisions in the moment. Just do it. Just take your stuff with you everywhere. You never know what's gonna happen. You gotta always be ready. That's all it is. Let's go.
I would say the rejection that I went through a few years ago, probably one of the best things that ever happened to me, because I went from like a relatively out of shape, like white collar employee to like kind of like a badass in the making. This kind of like airplane flying, motorcycle riding, skydiving, filmmaker dude who travels now and like works really hard. I think a lot of that wouldn't have happened had I not felt such strong emotion. I would say the through line of my life has come from the Indian American experience, just being perfectly caught between two different cultures. And it sounds like a simple thing to say, but it's very hard to live up to both ideals. All the TV shows, everything I watched growing up, there weren't a lot of Indian guys. The Indian guy back in my high school days was the butt of every joke. And it did inform my experience of women growing up. The statement that I've heard so often in my life is, I'm not usually into Indian guys, but like, you're really good looking, or like, you're really good looking for an Indian guy. I didn't expect I'd be into you. Like, they're surprised by it. To some degree, those statements came from somewhere. I think a lot of Indian people, the culture is very attuned to education, industry, and there's a fear or a stepping away from anything lusty, worldly, women, dating, sex is a taboo topic. And so Indian guys, just through upbringing, are a little bit under-cultivated when it comes to appearance, confidence, sexuality on display. And I didn't want to be invisible in America. I can't just be like the Indian guy who everyone knows because he studies really hard. And he's like, I wanted to be the Indian guy that people were a little bit like intimidated by. They're like, damn, this guy's fucking cool. I hope he likes me. And I was obsessed with that. So I don't know if I naturally had those qualities in me, but I think your desire for something can force you to become a new thing. And so if you're going through something rough, or if you're worried about how to increase your stock, just see it as this incredible adventure, and even in the pain, try to find some gratitude, because it's probably there. And you'll find that if you just keep putting in the reps, day after day, week after week, year after year, for multiple years, she will feel a sense of awe, probably, at the man you've become, because you've went through such a dramatic transformation. I think that's what I wish for you.